Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you, depending where you are in the world. It's a nighttime devotion, reading from the devotional Lift Him Up. The title today is Personal Influence is a Power. The scripture reading comes from the Songs of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 15. You are a garden fountain, a well of flowing water streaming down from Lebanon. It is through personal contact and association that men are reached by the saving power of the gospel. They're not saved as masses, but as individuals. Personal influence is a power. It is to work with the influence of Christ, to lift where Christ lifts, to impart correct principles and to stay the progress of the world's corruption. It is to diffuse that grace which Christ alone can impart. It is to uplift, to sweeten the lives and characters of others by the power of a pure example united with earnest faith and love. Through sin, the whole human organism is deranged. The mind is perverted, the imagination corrupted. The faculties of the soul are degraded. There is an absence of pure religion, of heart holiness. The converting power of God has not wrought in transforming the character. The soul is weak, and for want of moral force to overcome, is polluted and debased. To the heart that has become purified, all is changed. Transformation of character is the testimony to the world of an indwelling Christ. The Spirit of God produces a new life in the soul, bringing the thoughts and desires into obedience to the will of Christ, and the inward man is renewed in the image of God. Weak and erring men and women show to the world that the redeeming power of grace can cause the faulty character to develop into symmetry and abundant fruitfulness. The heart that receives the word of God is not as a pool that evaporates, not like a broken cistern that loses its treasure. It is like a mountain stream, fed by unfailing springs, whose cool, sparkling waters leap from rock to rock, refreshing the weary, the thirsty, the heavy laden. It's like a river constantly flowing, and as it advances, becoming deeper and wider until its life-giving waters are spread over all the earth. So it is with the true child of God. The religion of Christ reveals itself as a vitalizing, pervading principle, a living, working spiritual energy. When the heart is opened to the heavenly influence of truth and love, these principles will flow forth again like streams in the desert, causing fruitfulness to appear where now are barrenness and dearth. As those who have been cleansed and sanctified through a knowledge of Bible truth engage heartily in the work of soul saving, they will become indeed a savour of life unto life. And as daily they drink of the inexhaustible fountain of grace and knowledge, they'll find that their own hearts are filled to overflowing with the Spirit of their Master, and that through their unselfish ministry many are benefited physically, mentally and spiritually. The weary are refreshed, the sick restored to health, and the sin burdened relieved. There's not much more I can say to that. I like it when it says that the heart that has become purified, all is changed. Transformation of character is the testimony to the world as an indwelling Christ. To receive Christ is to receive life. Not just life as we see it here in this world, but life as we would understand it, without looking through our eyes, without what we hear through our ears. It is kind of like the sixth sense, so to speak, opening up. And no, I'm not talking about spiritualism or spiritism or anything like that. I'm not talking about chakras or meditating with Buddha, all that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about focusing on good things. Being good, being charitable, full of joy, the fruits of the Spirit. Christ. That's the way he lived. And we need to reflect that.